So regenerative medicine can play a very large role in anti-aging therapy, particularly as our decades accumulate. We start, of course, with just the regenerative aspects of having adequate hormone levels, adequate nutraceuticals, and vitamin levels. Do things like stem cell therapy, where we can harness the power of your body's own reparative cells for overall health, as well as treating specific injuries. We've had tremendous success with joint issues, knees, hips, shoulders, tendonitis, rotator cuffs, you name it. There isn't much that using your reparative cells can't do in the line of orthopedics. But we also use certain exosome products, what we call perinatal products obtained from tissue at the time of birth from pre-screened donors is approved and successful for using for hair growth, for facial rejuvenation. We also use stem cells for both of those indications. So not only are things happening on the inside out, and that's, again, why I say we bake the cake first. And then icing the cake is all the other things, for instance, approaching hair loss in men, because most that are suffering that are sensitive about it. Fine lines, wrinkles, pigment changes, things that happen from living a life out in the sun and enjoying ourselves. We then later can suffer the consequences of that with changes in the quality of our skin. Of course, as our hormones decline, so does collagen formation. And why exosome stem cell can be so successful in stimulating collagen growth in the face and reducing lines and wrinkles. So there's numerous regenerative treatments that can be discussed, entertained, utilized by any individual. And most are now in a way that we can fit it into a budget for practically any. Well, the most significant things, the most important things to me that people notice after starting an anti-aging treatment. I spoke with a guy through a telemedicine visit today who we started, I think, around January, testosterone therapy, hormone therapy. I reviewed his initial physical just as we were starting to get together and talk. And I do a checklist with them every time, every few months when we have our visits. It goes through things like energy level, libido, strength, sexual stamina, strength of erection, overall satisfaction, quality of life, happiness. And I looked at where he was in January and I said, you really feel a whole lot different than you did then. And he's like, it's unbelievable. I feel great. I'm working hard at 3 and 4 in the afternoon. I'm still motivated. I can put in a full day. I'm sleeping like a rock. I've never been happy. When I hear that, this is someone I've only been working with for 6 months, it just choked me up. I mean, it's so gratifying because in conventional medicine, we deal with what's called a chief complaint. No one comes in the office without a chief complaint. And then we just add to it from there. And the standard answers are, here's the prescription, pills, drugs, here's whatever else you can try to do for you to treat this disease process. Where with regenerative medicine, anti-aging medicine, we're looking at the root cause and we're getting down to those basic things that make a huge difference. We've done a combination. He's on 5 or 6 of my supplements, DHEA, vitamin D, 10,000 units a day, testosterone. He's using HCG or human chorionic gonadotropin to help maintain levels and stimulate his own testosterone production. He's using small amounts of growth hormone. He's like, I haven't felt like this in 20 years. And so it really is rewarding from where I sit and to be able to share that with my clients, with patients, and have them then start referring them friends and family because they were at the end of the road. Many times they're just at their wits' end. Their relationships can suffer. They're just not happy. And that's not why we spend 20, 30 years, 40 years longer building a career to be unhappy. It's without physical endurance and stability in our cell physiology and biology. it's just not possible. So there are a tremendous number of therapies that utilize, new things being developed all the time that we're always on the lookout for to share with our patients. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, or you're suffering with any of the symptoms that we talked about and you're ready for a solution, just go to the link here in our podcast heading, and we have a lot of information on our website. We're happy to schedule blood work for you wherever you are in the country and do a telemedicine to discuss things. It's so easy to get started, and the sooner you take action, the sooner your family will thank you.